Shalom, this is an emergency broadcast alert giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakadash, in whom we are in great debt. Babylon to the apostles of great millstone, rule well, continue doing so, standing firm in the eyes of terror, who I learned this truth from. To the elders, the bishops, Akim and Aquab, salutations and blessings to the house of David. We are the hopeful elect. And this is your brother Quasiyah with another quick video. And this video is basically showing you that pretty much everybody knows what's going on, because we have explained it to you here. When I say we, I mean us at GMS, Apostles of Great Millstone, have constantly explained everything to you. And me personally, I have said it, that we already, we don't own anything in this America, if you may, because we are slaves, and slaves don't own anything. We are permitted, we are allowed to do certain things. And when they realized, when they made it possible for everybody, right? Because before Esau, Edom, so-called white man, did it to his own people, he had us enslaved, and we did the hard work. So after he got tired of it and he got hungry, he started manipulating the system and taking the land and the rights of individuals, even his own people. And maybe, I believe it might have started in the early 70s, and this guy's going to touch on that. But we really felt it when we, I know I saw a video of this elderly couple who owned this home and land, and that was their home and land, and it was theirs for, I think it was like the 10th generation, so they seen quite a lot happen, and they have a lot of story, and they had pictures and whatever. It's 10 generations is 10 generations. And so their home was being taken away from the banks, the land, and they owned it, right? They so-called owned it, because they find a way to get you in debt, and so you owe them, and the only way you could pay them is through the land. And then back in the days, you couldn't, back in a point of time, you couldn't take the land off anyone. You could take maybe their property or their goods, but the land was the land which they lived in, and they, how should I say, they ate from. They, you had to cultivate the land in order to eat, and so that wasn't available for the government to do. But because the government now can give you the food and brings the food in trucks and in supermarkets, and you could just go walk in. Now he has the right to take the land, because you're not going to starve. He can feed you. You could go to a pantry, if that's what they call it today, and you could get some food, so you won't starve. You won't. I mean, as long as you can beg, the way the so-called white man sees it, you will be taken care of. But your land and your house, everything you own, will be taken away from. So let me give you a little bit of this video, and that's it.
Ready for another one of those long rambling videos? You know the phrase, right? You know the phrase, you will own nothing and you will be happy, right? How many times have you heard that? It's scary, right? Because that's the dystopian future that they have planned for us, right? No. That's what you're living in right now. The phrase that you should be afraid of is that you will control nothing and be happy. And this is what's going on now. And this is what's been going on now for the last I'm going to say 50 years, because really all of this kicked into high gear in earnest 1971, 72, 73, 74. Okay?
Again, it kicked in 1970. I remember it. Around 74 is when the banks actually started pulling the land off the people.
All right. So where am I going with this? You will own nothing. Well, guess what, Bubba? You don't own anything, right? So, do you own your house? You don't own your house. Yeah, it's deeded in your name and all of that, but you don't own that house. The bank owns the house. Miss a few mortgage payments and see how much of that house you own. Oh, wait. It's paid off? You don't have a mortgage? Awesome. Stop paying property taxes for a while and see what happens. Or get yourself into a jam where your insurance doesn't cover whatever it happens to be, and see how much of that house you actually own. And then, of course, there's civil asset forfeitures and eminent domain and all sorts of different ways that this house that you own could just be taken from you. You don't own the house, you're renting the house. You're renting it from a bunch of different entities. How about your car, right? You own your car, don't you? No, the bank owns your car. It says it right there on the title, the lien holder. All right, so you've paid your car off and you have the title free and clear in your name. You own that car, right? No, the state owns that car. And you can lose it exactly the same way you could lose your house. You're listed as the owner on there, but you're listed as the owner in a cute legalese sort of way. Just exactly the same as I own this channel, right? I own Uncle Tony's Garage. No, I don't own this channel. YouTube owns this channel. And as long as I play nice, YouTube will let me continue owning this channel. And then when YouTube says, oh, no, I've had enough of this guy, he's a troublemaker, you're gone. So how much of this channel do I actually own? All right, are you starting to get the picture? Your money is the same way. Do you own your money? No, because you don't have any money. You have currency. And your currency, at the very top of it, assuming you live here in the United States, it says Federal Reserve note. Note. Note is another word for debt. Okay? Originally, the United States dollar was backed by silver, it was backed by gold, it was backed by tangible assets. So you were carrying around a receipt for real money. But of course, through various machinations over the years, well, that's been completely eliminated now. And all you hold is a debt, a note. So if you got a $20 bill in your pocket, you actually have a $20 debt to the Federal Reserve. And they collect their money through inflation. That's what inflation is. They keep printing more of it. They print as much of it as they want. They can print an infinite amount of it. And every time they do that, whatever bills you have in your pocket, that's it. They're worth less and less and less and less and less. That's called inflation. The money that's in the bank. Well, no, you don't really have any money in the bank. You have digits in the bank, right? They're not real, and they can be taken from you the same way your house or your car can be taken from you. You don't own those accounts, right? There's so many different ways you can lose it. And you say, well, okay, well, then there's Bitcoin. It's a non-centralized currency. It's like, yes, no, Bitcoin really doesn't exist. At least with the dollars, you can go to the bank and change some of your digits for slips of paper, indicating that you owe $20 as opposed to, but no, Bitcoin, you don't even get that. You don't even get the tangible piece of paper.
And with that, could you imagine when they bring in the digital oil, the MOTB, the mark of the beast, if you may? Well, we'll wait for Yahushai. You better play nice. Shalom.